Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Kelvin here. Recently, there's a crypto game that's becoming super popular, Axie Infinity. I know that because you guys have been asking me to make a video on this game almost every other day. So I went ahead and checked out this game because you know I'm always learning how to invest. I wanted to find out whether this game is worth investing in. Not only that, I also want to share my opinion whether this game can make it over the long term, not only as an investor, but also as a game programmer and a gamer. Yes, I used to make games until I took an arrow to the knee, figuratively. So in this video, I will tell you everything you need to know about Axie Infinity. What's this game about? How do you play it? How much you can earn from it? What are the risks of investing in this game? Finally, I will also give you some quick tips on how to start playing the game. But before I start, I would greatly appreciate it if you can help to tap the like button because it will help out with the channel. In return, I will show you some cute monkeys. Alright, let's start right now. So, Axie Infinity is developed by a Vietnamese game company called Sky Mavis. The mechanic of this game is super easy. You fight with 3 cute monsters called Axies. Each Axies have their own cards and the cards will come up randomly. The goal is to use the cards to beat the opponent. So, this game is actually super easy to pick up. But to be good at the game, you need skills. It is similar to the Cai Fan store. You can go to the Cai Fan store and say randomly, but your dish is probably going to suck. However, if you know which dish to choose and what to say to the auntie, you'll get a better deal. Yes, all these are real by the way. This is the same for Axie Infinity. If you want to be good at the game, you need to learn stuff like how to use your cards properly, predict what cards the enemy is going to use, do card counting and energy counting, stuff like that. In short, it is simple to pick up but not easy to master. Now, the reason Axie Infinity is mentioned a lot is because it is one of the top crypto games out there. As a visualization, the total trading volume for Axie Infinity reached $3.4 billion. In comparison, CryptoPunks only had a trading volume of $2.21 billion. At Axie Infinity's peak in August, it was earning a godlike $364 million. And governments know this very well. Right now, almost half of the players are from Philippines. And the Philippine government be like, I want some of that tentis. So that's how big Axie Infinity is. Okay, enough of Axie Infinity's angkat bola. Let's talk about the game. In Axie Infinity, you can either fight the computer in adventure mode or fight another player in arena mode. Whenever you win a battle, you will earn something called Smooth Love Potion. If you think this name sounds suspicious, Smooth Love Potion? Yes, it is what you think it is. Because you can use it to woohoo 2 Axies and come up with a new Axie. But that's not the point. The point is, Smooth Love Potion or SLP is worth money. As of making this video, 1 SLP is worth around 6 cents. Every day with the daily quest, you can earn a minimum amount of 75 SLP. But of course, if you have more skills, you can win more battles in the arena. And you get to earn more than just 75 SLP. According to a survey by CoinGecko, most players earn around 151 to 200 SLP a day. But I would assume that you and I are not most players with tons of experience. So let's assume that a beginner only earns 120 SLP a day. 120 times 0.06, you will still be earning $7.20 a day. Like good money, huh? Maybe you'll be like, I want to start playing now. But hold up, there are a few things that you need to know. First, you need to have 3 Axies to start playing. And it's not like in Pokemon when the professor asks you to choose 1 Pokemon for free. Axie Infinity be like, no, we don't do that here. Each of these cute Axies costs real money. And you can't just go and buy some random cheap Axie. Because if you get the wrong one, your Axie will have very weird cards. You will do very badly and you will only hold small. Speaking of investing, you can learn new skills in Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online classes for all sorts of topics. They got tons of classes on personal finance, stock investing and options trading. I'm always looking for ways to improve myself. And right now, I'm taking a class called How to Organize Your Workflow to Maximize Your Productivity by Ali Abdal. In this class, I learned how to optimize my workflow so that I can get more stuff done more efficiently. Not only that, he also teaches how to have the motivation to complete my tasks. So, because Skillshare is sponsoring this video, the first 1,000 people to use the link down in the description will get a 1-month free trial or Skillshare Premium membership. In this 1 month, you can take dozens of these classes from creativity to entrepreneur to improving your life. So, go click the link in the description. Sure, you'll get to support this channel, but more importantly, you get to learn tons of new stuff from Skillshare. With that being said, let's get back to the video. As mentioned, you need to get good Axies to play the game. I'll tell you how later, but a good Axie will typically cost around $300. Yes, this cute Axie is worth a few times more than your chai fan with fish. This means that a team will cost around $900 to $1,000. Let's find out what's your expected return. I will assume that the price of SLP stays around 6 cents and you can earn around 120 SLP a day. Multiply that by 365 days or 1 year, divide by your initial $1,000 investment, your return is a godlike 262%. That sounds a lot, huh? But that brings me to point number 2. You need to spend time to play the game. Most players were found to be spending around 2 hours every day to play the game. You can also play more than that, because if you only have 3 Axies, you will only have 20 energies to use every day. And when you think about it, you spend 2 hours to earn $7.20. That means 1 hour you're only earning $3.60. Compare that to working at McDonald's as a crew. You can already earn $7 an hour and you get to eat their McSpicy for free. So it turns out that spending money and spending time to play Axie Infinity to earn money, like, not very worth it, huh? And that's why you don't really see people from developed countries playing Axie Infinity. Other than US, no idea why US is in there. The reason you have players from developing countries playing the game because to them, the money that they earn from the game is really enough to pay for their living expenses. In a rural area in Philippines, the minimum wage is only $6.57. Now, there are a lot more ways that you can earn, like breed new Axies and sell it in the marketplace. Stake Axie Infinity's other crypto, ASS token, and earn a godlike 110%. Or you can just buy and hold good Axies and pray that they'll go to the moon in the future. But the most basic method is still to play the game and earn SLP. So now, the problem is, even though you can earn 262% playing the game, you have to play for like 2 hours every single day. I did try playing it for 1 week and OMG, after 2 days, the game actually felt like a chore. You keep fighting battles after battles, doing the same thing over and over again. There's really nothing much else to do. Adventure mode, arena mode, adventure mode, arena mode, every single day. You have to keep doing it because you want to earn money. Wait, that actually sounds like our full-time job. By the way, it's not just me who felt this way. A lot of other players find the game boring. Luckily, there's a solution, and it is hiring someone else to play the game for you. In Axie Infinity, they give it a fancy name called scholarship. So, in a scholarship, you just buy the team, hopefully a good team, then you just hand the team over to your minion, scholar. Then he will play the game for you. But don't worry, he can't steal your Axies because he doesn't have your master password. When your scholar play for you, of course you have to pay him, otherwise he will eat air, drinking water already. Typically, it will be a profit split. So this is what I've done. Currently, I have 3 scholars, and on a typical day, they can earn anywhere between 80 to 120 SLP, or $4.80 to $7.20 a day. Then I will just split 50-50 with them. So for every scholar, my expected profit after the cut, assuming nothing changes, SLP stays the same, the performance stays the same, every year my expected return is about 110%, which by the way sounds very high, right? Even my Tesla also can't go that high. Or can it? There are people who actually made this into a business. The most famous one is Axie University. I also saw someone posting in Sydney saying that he has 13 scholars and he can generate a godlike 6,800 passive income every month. But like every investment, before you invest your hard-earned money into it, you need to know what's the risk. Yes, that's a real thing. You don't just go anyhow invest here, invest there. Risk number 1, game becoming not popular. The reason Axie Infinity has so many players is because even though there are many crypto games out there, most players still prefer Axie Infinity because it's easy to play and its gameplay is attractive. However, with so many crypto games coming out in the future, there's a chance that a much better game could appear and replace Axie Infinity. Will it happen? I don't know, but from what I see, currently Axie Infinity seems to be on a downtrend in the short term. Ever since July, the number of Axie Infinity subreddit comments seems to be stuck around 400 to 700. Their revenue has been going down since August, and if you check Google Trends, interest in Axie Infinity has dropped from its peak. But that doesn't mean that Axie Infinity doesn't stand a chance. First, the SS token has been going up. This could mean that players are holding SS tokens because they believe in the game's future. Second, there are more plans to improve the game, like introducing land, releasing the SDK to third-party developers, and there have been leaks that a version 2 could come in the future. Personally, I feel that as long as Axie Infinity can come up with new content and improve the game over time, it can continue to be the top game. Risk number 2, players becoming unhappy. As a game programmer myself, I learned that the most important thing is your players are your customers. You need to keep your customers happy, otherwise they will leave the game. But from what I noticed, there are players who are not happy with the developers. In their latest Season 19, players felt that the team did a bad job in rebalancing the game. In fact, I saw quite a few posts complaining about the team. Here are my thoughts on this issue. In any game, whenever you do a bad job, you will definitely make players unhappy. But in Axie Infinity, it's even worse because it's an investment. Let's say you spend $1,000 to buy a team and the developers decide to anyhow just nerf your team. Then, your Axies value will drop and you will earn lesser money. However, according to a poll, most players still plan to continue playing even if they are unhappy with the developers. And in another poll, players said that they won't play Axie Infinity if there was no earning potential. So it's very clear that they play the game not because they feel it's fun, but because they want to earn money. Personally, I feel that players will still play Axie Infinity as long as there are no other alternatives out there. Like I mentioned, if a better game comes out, unhappy players will possibly mass migrate to a better game. Risk number 3, account getting banned. So in a scholarship, you give your Axies to another person to play. Chances are it's someone you find online and you don't know them in person. If you go and do funny stuff to the account like multi-accounting or changing the device time to get more energy, then your account will be banned. Recently, the developers banned 10,000 accounts for violating the terms and conditions. So if this happens to you, your Axies will instantly become worthless and your $1,000 investment will instantly worth $0. So this is the risk that you have to take when hiring someone. But luckily, this doesn't happen often. There's about 1.8 million players, so the 10,000 account bans is just a small percentage. Most players are still following the rules. So that's the 3 main risks of playing the game. There's actually one more, and that's people feel that this game is a Ponzi scheme and there will be rug pull. But I don't think the developers will rug pull, simply because we all know who the developers are, so they cannot just steal our money and run off into the sunset. And also, there's real investment into the game. This means investors trust the developers. The team has created a lot of stuff and they will continue to improve things as long as the game remains profitable. So finally, if you want to play, let me share a few tips on how to get started. Before buying any team, find out how strong the team is in the current season. In Google, you can search for Axie Infinity current meta and you will find some good examples. You can also watch videos on YouTube on how to play certain teams. If you go to Axie Zone, you can find a lot of good info, like does Axie has the highest win rate. You can also check out the top players and see what are their teams. But just use it as a reference because what works for them may not work for you. Also, if it's your first team, try not to get super expensive Axies here because in the worst case, you can easily sell your Axies back to recover your money. Once you are bought the team, just try to play the game for a few days, at least know how the game works. Finally, if you want to search for scholars, you can join the Axie Infinity's Discord group. There's a lot of scholars looking for jobs, so you have to interview them and find the best one for yourself. Oh yeah, also join the game subreddit so that you know what other players are talking about. So that was a few tips on how to get started with the game. Personally, I wouldn't recommend investing a huge portion into this game because this game is still quite new and I'm not so confident in it yet. Anyway, that's all for today. What do you think about the game? Let me know down below. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.